All right, guys, it is that time again. The most exciting time of the week.
It's 2.0 time, baby.
It's 2.0 time. Previews ready. Starting off with the Baratheons. Just in general, the Baratheons. The
Bear
Baratheons.
is back.
You know,
Barra is back.
What an interesting house in Thrones, ultimately. Yeah, I mean, the Lannisters, you got the Greyjoys, you got the Martells. The Baratheons, I can't really get a hold of. They're all over the place. They're both good and kind of not good. They're both noble and kind of not noble. And then, Stannis is off on his stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have Renly.
They're overactive. They're lazy.
I think I like them.
Where are they?
Yeah. I can't decide. Anyway, in the second edition, they've changed scope. They changed focus a little bit, according to Nate, in the preview article that you guys should all read. They're all about subduing their opponents and holding on to the power that they naturally start with.
Ours is the power.
Makes a lot of sense. They start on the throne. They want to hold on to it. And let's kick it off with the card that we had, exclusively a 2-cost event called Ours is the Fury.
Sounds great.
Play only during a challenge in which you are the defending player. Action, choose a kneeling Baratheon character you control. That character is now participating as a defender. If you win this challenge, stand that character.
Far out.
Not a bad little event.
Not a bad little event.
Now, this is the kind of card that is a little bit conditional.
Yes.
Sometimes you won't have kneeling guys. Sometimes you get in a position where it won't even really help that much, as opposed to an event like Hear Me Roar, which is pretty much always doing serious work.
Correct.
No matter what.
Yes.
And, you have to be defending, so you kneel, and then you have to win, regarding all shenanigans, and then the thing up. So I think as the game goes on, this one will probably fall out of favor, but that it will be pretty strong and usable out of the core box.
I agree.
Barring like super renowned kind of rushy strategies, which apparently they're not even into anymore.
Correct.
So, and if nothing else, you have a character standing maybe for dominance, which seems to be a big Baratheon
Which is nice. And there's room for it at least to work whether or not you're going first or second, so that's handy. But for me, it's that 2 gold cost, which I think is fair, but like you're saying, comparing it to Hear Me Roar, which costs 1, it's like that is a really stellar effect for half the price.
Yep. So, and what can we say?
We'll see how this evolves.
Well, what about Robert himself?
Robert himself, he's looking mighty joyful there. He is a 7-cost Baratheon character, of course, military power icons, 5 strength, king and lord traded, very nice traits, with intimidate and renown.
Very important, yeah.
That's kind of atypical for this game thus far, with 2 keywords like that. And then he reads, Robert Baratheon gets +1 strength for each other kneeling character in play.
Yeah, and that's on any side of the board.
Yes, which is awesome, honestly.
Now, keep in mind that when you're swinging, when you're attacking, you kneel all your guys.
That's right.
So Robert immediately gets some kind of a buff for swinging with his forces.
He's more or less always going to be at 6 strength.
It also is very synergistic with Intimidate.
Correct.
Especially on him and other people that may be on the board. So that, as we know, Intimidate is, if you win the challenge, the difference by which you won the challenge, you can kneel that strength of character.
Correct.
I believe is how that works. So as you swing, you intimidate some people. Now you're stronger. Maybe now you can Ours is the Fury him on defense, and now he's the guy like all the strength because all your guys are kneeling.
Yeah.
And he gets the renown power. I think this is just a great example of a simple, clean, well-executed card.
That's right.
He's scary. He's a great character.
He's looking very happy here. That's like, oh yeah, welcome.
Yeah, welcome
to my tournament.
Look at Stannis. Stannis is moody.
Yes.
As compared to Robert, he's
so
drinking
moody.
and happy. Stannis is plotting.
Yes.
He's a 6-cost character, military and power icon, 5 strength, Lord Small Council.
I love that small council.
Very interesting. Each player cannot stand more than 2 characters during the standing phase. Non-character cards are not prevented from standing by this ability. Stannis Baratheon doing some serious control work here. This is not a Stannis on the battlefield.
Yes, this is awesome small council Stannis work going on right here. Love this card.
I imagine that Stannis Baratheon can create a significant lock on the board.
Oh, sure.
Whenever a deck is designed to do that.
But what's even more interesting is you already look at the synergy between a card like Robert, Stannis, and Ours is the Fury. Stannis, each player, that includes you, the Baratheon player here, cannot stand more than 2, but Ours is the Fury gives you a way to not only utilize a kneeling character that you might not have been able to stand because of somebody like Stannis, and then he stands up, so then you could at least defend with him and then attack back.
Incredibly smart.
It's nice.
Very good.
Love it.
And he's got some nice little shoulder pads there.
That's right. And that thing here.
Yeah.
Little crest, chest plate. It's cool.
You look somewhat like Stannis, actually, a little bit, yeah. I would put you as a Stannis. Let's talk about Mel, shall we? 5-cost character, intrigue and power icon, only 4 strength.
Only 4.
Yeah, she's she's not swording around.
Yeah. She's doing
Lady
some sort of spell
and
here.
roller.
Roller.
Reaction: after you marshal or play a roller card, choose and kneel a character. Limit once per round. Well, hey, so if Stannis has only let you stand 2,
correct,
and then you kneel 1 whenever you marshal or play a roller card, that seems pretty dang good. So Stannis and Mel working together as you might expect.
That's right. It works very nicely together. They've learned so much from 1.0. It's crazy. The fact that her ability comes with a default limit once per round.
Yes.
On the ability.
Absolutely.
My goodness, I love seeing that. That is the best thing ever.
This is an impressive synergy. It's an impressive card by itself. I'm very impressed, as you might imagine.
I can't imagine.
Because I keep saying it.
You keep saying it.
These are very simple, effective, easy to understand cards. It's clean. It feels good. I don't have to read a bunch of text. I don't have to look at errata. I know what this card does.
You know what it does. Next up, we have another roller card. It is a 3-cost Fiery Followers.
You burned.
With military and intrigue icons, 2 strength. Roller traded, of course, and then reading reaction after the dominance phase begins. Stand Fiery Followers.
Always 2 cost or 2 strength for dominance.
Great.
Makes sense. They're devoted. They're burning stuff.
We want to make sure that we're here for dominance, is what they're saying.
Yes,
dominance
we are definitely here for dominance. We won't presume to know who's being burned there, but it may be someone in the Baratheon family. I'm just saying. After that last episode, are you kidding me?
There's a lot of hubbub about that.
Yeah, a lot of hubbub.
Really paid off too.
Yes,
Thanks, Stannis.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stannis.
Do you believe in magic, Stannis?
Do you believe in magic?
So there's the Fiery Followers. I'm not, so this is just a great deal. They come, let's say Mel's out. You drop these guys in. Seems to be a pretty appropriate cost. They've got a military icon, which may be hard to find in a roller deck. You kneel a character whenever they come out because Mel's doing her thing, and then they stand and give you 2 for dominance. Gotta love that.
Love it. Paul love it.
Well, let's talk about the Red Keep here. A 3-cost Baratheon location. King's Landing. The Red Keep contributes 2 strength to your side during any power challenge in which you control a participating character, which that's anything that's not unopposed.
Correct.
Interrupt when the challenge's phase ends. If you have not lost a power challenge this round, kneel the Red Keep to draw 2 cards.
What?
This is the kind of card draw we're talking about.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
This is the right kind of conditional.
This is not Golden Tooth Mines.
Yes.
This is not Pyromancer's Cash. This is challenge-based card draw. I love this so much. I cannot truly express it.
No, this is fantastic.
To you all out there and to Robert here in the studio.
This is one of the best and most interesting kinds of card draw effects that I've seen. Now, granted, as a Lannister player, I have and appreciate all the cards that just give me cards just for showing up. Hey, here's some cards. And that's nice. But this plays to the card draw that way, kind of, reminiscing on Baratheons in 1.0 that I would like to see and have expected.
Absolutely, man. And it gives you a reason to defend that first turn power challenge.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
They swing in there with that 1 strength power icon.
It's like, no one has any power. We don't care about this challenge. And it's like, I'm getting 2 cards.
I just try to get unopposed and a free power. But it's like, yeah, but if I also win that, I get cards. So there's an onus now.
Just don't lose power challenges.
Don't do it.
And this is a loyal Baratheon card, keep in mind. So it is theirs and theirs alone.
Good to know.
Let's talk about the Iron Throne. This is a neutral card.
Iron Thrones, man. Whoa!
The Iron Throne's neutral.
It is. Yeah, I just noticed that. Holy smokes. Okay, so this is a neutral location, and it is the Iron Throne, cost 2. King's Landing traded, reading the Iron Throne contributes 8 strength to your total for dominance. 8?
8 strength.
8? What?
Yep.
And then +1, I assume, initiative.
That is initiative.
That is the initiative.
It's either initiative or it's that new thing.
I don't think it's reserve.
The reserve.
I don't think it's reserve.
Yeah. Let's say it's initiative because that makes sense. You got initiative. You got the Iron Throne.
That's right.
But it also makes sense for reserve. I think it's initiative.
Let's say it's initiative. We're sticking with it.
You guys think it's initiative? You believe us? The Iron Throne. Okay, 8 strength for dominance. Moving on. Basically, I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you just won it. That's cool.
I mean, given that Baratheon's having what seems to be some dominance-based setup effects, where it's like, your Fire Followers are standing, you got the Iron Throne. Obviously, they're playing to this theme pretty strong. And well, let's talk about the consolidation of power 1 cost event. So 1 gold. I feel like this is going to be the standard for events that you want in your deck.
Okay.
1 cost.
Yes.
You want to hold 1 gold as you're coming into the challenges phase. And if you have a bunch of 1 cost events that are strong, you can always bluff. Which one am I going to play? Marshalling action. I guess you can't hear. Choose and kneel up to 4 total strength with their characters controlled by the same player. Then choose one of those characters and have it gain 1 power.
Very nice.
So kneel 4 total strength worth, give them a power.
I think that's very nice.
So this is a way to just stupidly win the game for you. Here's a power. It's also a way to kneel your opponent's board out.
That's right.
Which is nice, especially those stupid utility characters. Those 1-cost ravens.
Yes.
And like the weird like Samuel Tarly based stuff, and it's just like,
nah, I don't want to.
Stop.
I don't want you troubling me.
But it is a
So just kneel
marshalling
them out.
action, so you know what's happening.
Marshalling action. It'll buff old Robert Baratheon in the process because now they're knelt out, giving him more strength.
Boy, doesn't that make a lot of sense?
Synergy for
Synergy.
days. I love synergy.
Speaking of 1-cost events, here we go.
1-cost
The
events.
final.
It's the last one. It is Seen in the Flames, a 1-cost Baratheon event. It's not loyal. It's also traded.
Burn.
Play only if you control a character, and then challenges action. Choose an opponent and look at his or her hand. If I could read properly, then choose and discard 1 card from that hand.
Oh, this looks a lot like Confession.
I love it.
I'm only gonna say it looks a lot like Confession.
It does look a lot like Confession. I'm really glad that it's more specifically tailored towards horror things, because that's the flavor that I was looking for. That was kind of implied with Confession, but it was tied to the Holy Crest rather than this trait.
That's correct.
So it's like, yes, this
And
is what I want.
you don't even have to kneel the character
don't.
to do it.
You
You just
just have
have
to
to
pay that gold.
have one.
Just gotta pay
a
that gold.
gold. You control her whole. You see in the flame. Choose an opponent. Look at their hand.
Thanks,
discard a card
Melisandre.
from their
Thanks,
hand.
Fiery Followers.
This is going to be a 3 of in every
Barra deck. It's going to be hard not to.
Barra deck, and
No.
it's not
It's not
loyal.
loyal. It's not loyal
Now,
at all.
granted, you're probably not going to see a lot of roller cards in other factions,
roller?
but I don't know.
But it's worth noting that it is not loyal, and this is so fantastic.
You could get away with running like 6 roller guys, like the Fire Followers, not
Yes.
loyal either. So you could put like 6 or 7 of those, and then play 3 Seen in Flames. That's going to be a strong control element for a lot.
It is a great card. Knowing what your opponent has in hand and then choosing your pick of the litter to get rid of is a powerful thing.
Well, there we have it,
Don't
guys.
undersell it. Beautiful
the preview
Baratheon
for
cards.
Baratheons in 2nd edition. Every preview that comes out, and the card that we get, of course, is awesome.
Yes.
But especially reading the articles and seeing all the cards, I just keep getting like, woo, like really excited about this game. I'm really excited about it.
It is night and day compared already, not having played at a drop, to what we experienced in 1.0.
It's so true.
So
man.
much better.
It's everything I wanted so
Yes.
far.
Yes.
Don't
Dreams do
screw
come
it
true.
up.
Dreams do
Nate.
come true, everybody.
Okay.
We're getting so lucky with this.
Okay.
Nate.